Welcome back, Port Geeks! Today we're going to continue our Douro journey talking about one of our favorite subjects, grape trading. In the Douro there are currently two types of trading being used, so let's begin with the first. Traditional food trading is a technique that has been being used for centuries to produce wine. And we use stone tanks like this one's, granite lagage, and we have people here, just as you might be picturing, stomping grapes to release the juice. This method is extremely effective and it has stood the test of time. And why? Firstly, the human body applies the exact pressure to maximize liquid extraction. Secondly, this pressure does not break the seeds, which is very important because we don't want those seeds to add bitter taste to the wine. And last but not least, the human body temperature helps to activate the yeast and kickstart the fermentation process. All the port, which is produced here at Quinta do Vesúvio, is produced with the food trading traditional method. So these stone tanks are filled with people that for approximately 4 hours are trading the grapes. In a normal day, during the vintage, we'd have around 14,000 liters of wine in this tank. We'd also have 2 lines of people walking back and forth trading the grapes. Food trading is the method that has been being used for centuries to make wine in the Douro. When this winery was first built, you'd have men picking grapes in the vineyards during the day, and then they would walk down hills with 60-kilo baskets on their backs, and then they would just pour the grapes through the window and start filling up this tank. This was a very modern winery for its time, and I'm going to show you a couple of details that were taken into consideration when it was first built. This extraordinary winery comes with its own toilet as well. Have a look. It's like a romantic toilet. It's what you call sharing special moments. Double toilets. Days in the winery were very long, and this one comes with its own bathroom. So if men were in an urgent need of using the bathroom, they had a very good solution right here. To produce port here, you need a team of people who are willing to pick grapes during the day and then do the food trading here at night. The food trading normally takes around 4 hours, and it makes days really long for these people. Because port is naturally sweet, we only have 2 to 3 days of fermentation, and that is a very short window to get the right extraction of flavors and colors and aromas from the skins of the grapes. So what happens after those first initial 4 hours? We actually put these long boards across the tanks, across the lagar, so people can walk on it and use this instrument to submerge the cap. And this is all that is done to the wine during the next 2 to 3 days. So after 2 to 3 days, we add the grape spirit and then port is made. Then gravity brings the wine down where it's stored for its first winter. So the wine is stored here during its first winter, but some producers also like to keep part of the wine here in the Douro to give it something we call the Douro bake, which is a character to the wine that comes from faster oxidation due to the hot climate conditions here.